What's the most infuriating thing that you've encountered in Battlefield 4? Is it one-frame deaths, or double damage from incoming bullets, or dying around corners? I'm going to take a stab in the dark here and say it's probably something to do with Battlefield 4's, to put it lightly, dodgy netcode issues. So much of what BF4 could have been was ruined by poor networking between players and the servers that they were playing on. DICE have been working on this netcode for a long time now, and currently in Battlefield 4 all players are running at a 30 Hz rate, and that's the speed in which the data from your PC or console is sent to the central server. It's been that way for several months now, since the high frequency network update feature was added to the game. Well, now, in collaboration with Visceral Games, who laid the groundwork for most of what I'm about to attempt to explain, DICE have implemented a further increase of this update frequency into the Battlefield 4 CTE, the community test environment. DICE have increased the rate of the client, you the player, on your PC, sends data to the server. This value is now linked to the frame rate of the game that you're playing, which could be 39 FPS, it could be 64 FPS, 119 FPS, any value really. This change has, seemingly, fixed some of the glaring issues that people associate with the dreaded netcode term. Issues like receiving damage in one massive dump, rather than the damage taking effect per bullet that you might expect to be taking hits from. That no longer appears to be present. This issue was also able to cause one-frame death, so looks like somebody's firing at you, and as soon as they look at you, you die. So for example, let's take a weapon like the Scar H. If that was fired at you, it might give you the illusion that you died from just one bullet. In fact, this was due to the rate of which the client was updating to the server. It was too slow. All the bullet notifications got bundled together in one packet of data sent to the server and then sent on to you, causing all the damage to take effect in just one frame. This higher rate of transfer per second from all players to the central server effectively allows more data to be sent. This is then passed on to the clients again from the server, meaning you don't have to wait as long for the damage to show up. But to put this in basic terms for you, essentially the update rate from you on your PC to the server has now been increased. So I play on a 144 Hz monitor and my frame rates in game are around 90 to 120 FPS. So my data gets sent to the server a hell of a lot faster than the current 30 times a second that's present in Battlefield 4 Vanilla. And just another note to tack on to the end there, been talking about damage and one-hit kills and everything here. Damage has been prioritised with this update, meaning the data of your bullets and the damage that they cause to enemy players is first in line to update on the server and then onto your own PC and the enemy player's screen. The firing animation on the screen, that thing that lets you know if someone's shooting at you, you're looking at them and you can see them holding their gun and firing it at you, that has kind of taken a back seat. Obviously damage is the most important thing in game, as the quicker that gets updated, along with your health indicator, which has taken a decrease as well, the quicker you know the status of your soldier in-game right there and then, meaning you can react to the situation faster, even though it's in terms of milliseconds. You do still have a little bit of an advantage then. I know, your head hurts now, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to baffle you, but I thought it was important that you guys knew about this, because it's something that is so fundamental to Battlefield 4 working correctly, and you expected to go into a gunfight and come out feeling fair that you died, or fair that you actually won the gunfight. This is really, really important to the game. And as I said, if I didn't explain it very well, then by hell, just go and check out Chris's video from Battle Nonsense. He explains it really well, and he's got all the data there to back it up. Moving on to something not totally unrelated, but still quite relevant to what we've just talked about, there's a picture on screen right now which shows you one of the changes that Dice LA have actually implemented into the CTE as well, and it talks about the weapon damage ranges. So you've got optimal, effective, fall-off, and suppression. This is now how weapons are expected to work in the game. So you're going to have different levels of damage. Obviously, we already know that. It goes from a max damage to a minimum. But they're going to kind of tweak how that works for each individual weapon, so it doesn't make it so dependent on your rate of fire as to whether you're going to win the gunfight or not. One of the major changes they are making is that they're trying to change suppression into what I think most people expect suppression to be. At the moment, depending on whatever range you're standing at in Battlefield 4, suppression doesn't quite feel like it's really being used properly. Somebody's about 3 meters away from you, firing straight at you, and you're getting suppressed. It just doesn't feel right. So Dice LA are changing that. Suppression is only going to be effective at those longer ranges. So inside the optimal and effective range, suppression won't take effect. And they're trying to make suppression a tool for you to reposition yourself in a gunfight. So if you're firing bullets downrange at somebody that's 60 or 70 meters away, you're not really looking to hit that player very much anyway. You're just trying to sort of put them off a little bit while you go around the back of the building and get a better angle on them. That's exactly what Dice LA are trying to do. On top of that, they are looking to make some smaller changes as well, like improved first-person tracer effects, bullet impact sounds and effects. So overall, they're trying to make it a lot more realistic to be in a gunfight. It doesn't kind of feel like you're being cheated out just because somebody's suppressing you. You feel like you might stand an actual chance. But there we are, 144Hz netcode is finally in Battlefield 4. When I say finally, it's been a long time coming. Thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you could leave me a rating, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And don't forget to check out g2a.com/r/Westy for great deals on the latest games, and use the code WEST for an additional discount. The link's in the description. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.
Outlaws, we untouchable. Get